Hello mates, it's me, Ability. So I think should be maybe like a follow-up of what I built this last time. Apparently there's an issue on my gold farm. For some reason, piglins decide to spawn on the opposite side where they fall to their deaths. Or they're gonna swim to their deaths. Yeah. I don't know why, and then like there's the other one where it spawns none. There's one. There's one. I just question, how did this happen? I'm trying to figure out the design. It's just something, and I fell down again. I hate this every single moment I fell down to this. Also, I don't have a gunpowder farm for this. I'm gonna need a mob grinder for myself. And here's another one, and another one. They won't stop spawning like this. Can anyone give me an explanation on what the hell is happening right here? They just decide to die instead of being there. Also, I've been trying to enchant this thing, and I think I found a good one as far as spec knockback and sharpness. I'm still finding a way to get a looting. Looting is literally the most necessary among all those things. Also, I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna do this again. And apparently I also took some rotten flesh so I can just go to the clerics and try to trade with somebody. Also I have this one. I need to just disenchant and re-enchant it with something else. Unfortunately, it seems like I just can't get any of this. Just again. Bam. Sharpness 4 and breaking 2. This one has a breaking. I really need a looting one. This is so annoying. I need to get a looting book at some point. Also, the future plans, I might build a mob grinder and probably a villager with maybe an iron farm, which will take a while to do so. So, today's game plan is basically trying to make a library in my base. I am not sure what it is. I'm just gonna throw in whatever I could think of if it's good or not. But there should be a lot of bookshelves. It's gonna be like some storage for my books. It should be a unique place. I think I have to separate all the books from this. So right here, I'm also trying to harvest some jungle wood because I might also extend the tunnels in my base. It's gonna get gonna get longer, and then also might get some other materials like deep slate and sandstone. This is what I need. So it's also getting dark right now, so I need to go back to sleep. Also, I had to be careful because I accidentally left a piece of wood on when I was chopping down the tree. These small treelets are probably the most annoying thing in the world. What if I accidentally leave this around, and it's gonna be annoying to look at. And there's that. Gonna get rid of this. These guys are so annoying. I don't know why I chose to live in the desert, but I like there's no rain. But these things constantly screw up my plan. And I think I might take my storage is. Oh, there it is. There's another one. Come on, come here. Done. These are spiders. And I collect some of these saplings. Right here. Oops. Also, I also have the new mangrove wood thing. I might wanna use it in the later build. And I could already imagine the library. I also made a handmade sketch on this thing. Just to down what it actually looked like. There should be a second floor where it's an extra shelves of libraries. And there's the zombie that would probably end a hardcore world. This thing is probably annoying to look. It's dead. And then there's the parch. this guys gives you skeleton. This guys give you like a weakness, and also gives you some weakness arrows, which is a unique thing. And I also try to hit it from. Never mind. I just give up over there. So here's the footage of me extending the tunnels in my base. This is where I want to add more rooms. Here I would need to place jungle wood on the ceiling and the floorings. There's also like some things to keep an eye on because I'm probably near a river and it's gonna drown this entire part. I don't even know what to do when it reaches a river. It's gonna be a horrifying thing to know, but it's okay. Also, I constantly chop up the words because I don't even have a. I'm not even using a script, which is pretty much a peak performance of mine. So here's where I tried to put my library here. Here it is. I'm just gonna mine a stone here. I'm gonna show you where I placed the library. This is where I'm gonna build my library. I'm starting to make the area for a while because like I want to see how big the library should be. And my initial plan should be 11 by 11, but I might extend it a bit maybe because it's like a bit too small. Also, I don't know where I'm at right now. I might be on a nearby river or water source based on the sandstone thingy. Now, here, I'm gonna do the same thing just to measure out the area. Just mining some blocks here, and here it is. Some sandstones. I'm gonna grab this thing, and here it is. And some sandstone, and then here. I think I made it too long on the other side. In counting, it should be 11, and patch it up just to know where it should go. And I'm about to dig the entire thing. So here it is. So this is the entire hole I decided to make. It's 13 by 13 instead of 11 by 11. It's just too small, so I had to make it bigger. Right here, this is the entire shape. There's some holes here, but I might cover it up when I'm trying to build the entire thing. So here's this. Some dirt. I use some poison arrows for it. On the top, it should be a bunch of stairs, and then I'm gonna create a pillar of using acacia wood. I keep using acacia wood because this is the wood that I usually use. Some reddish tint, and I'm gonna continue this on all four sides. And here I'm gonna put the bookshelves. Could be filled or just an empty one. And here it's gonna be covered with some tile looking blocks, probably andesite. Right here, I'm gonna break this thing here. I'm gonna start like covering the entire floor with this thing. There's the andesite block, polish. It looks appealing to look at, and it also kind of looks like a tile. And what I'm gonna do is to cover the entire floor with this. Right here is gonna be the entire floor, and I'll see you later. Alright, so here it is. Got the entire floor covered, and after this I'm going to start pillaring this acacia blocks all the way to the top. I'm gonna put 4 of these things right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be this, and I'm gonna repeat the exact same process 4 times. Then I'll cover this. This part on the top that doesn't have stone bricks to become deep slate blocks, deep slate stairs that I usually use. It's usually what I wanted to do on my base, so keep that in mind. Alright, so here's me harvesting a bunch of mangrove blocks, and I didn't know it's so annoying to get the wood itself. Because dear goodness, what kind of tree is this? It's not a usual Minecraft tree where I can just break a stem easily like the rest of the trees. This one just goes chaotic and it branches wherever it went. And I just hated every single moment of me trying to chop down this tree. It's so frustrating, and I don't know why. I wish I could just get the, oh no, I forgot the term. Right. Also, it also gives me this some unique trunk like that, and it's actually a cool texture that I want to use. Also, give me some free moss carpets. I might use that though on my base. Alright, so I'm done with the entire thing on the floor and also some of these wood pillars. These are going to be the columns. In here, I'm going to start putting the chandelier on the top of it. I'm going to put a lantern right there. There's just going to be put four, and I misplaced one of these things, sorry. Get rid of this. And here it is. Done. There. Now, all I need to do is to place all the bookshelves and probably a second floor. This will take a while to do so. Try to initially place this thing over there, and then I'm going to cover this entire top portion with mangrove planks. The reddish color looks nice. It has a contrast. I'm just gonna place it on the top right here. 2, 3. It should be like 2 blocks apart rather than 3. This is what I initially tried to do. The problem is it makes it makes the open area very small. I just don't like that size, so I just made it 2 blocks. Here I'm gonna surround the entire sides with these blocks, all 4 sides, and right here is, I'm gonna keep doing this like all the way until the entire part is finished. Now as you can see here, there's still some holes. I might cover those things with bookshelves, you know, like place a bookshelf on the walls to hide the entire ugliness on this thing right here. And we're almost done, and that's it. That's all we need to do. And then I decided to start placing the rest of the bookshelves. This will take a while, so I'm just gonna break these things in and then after that fill it in with the bookshelves. Also, I have to tell you something. IRL for a while, you see, I don't usually upload a lot this time because like I was so busy, and at the end it wasn't even worth it. There was an exam in our college in architecture where it tries to identify about those building materials, and one of these has a stupid solving problem where you have to calculate the amount the surface area of a wall. It looks easy at first, but for some reason I kept getting it wrong. And the problem is our professor just doesn't even care. You see, he just gave us most of the lessons, but not everything. He didn't give the formula, and also everything. It was just so difficult to the point that all of us failed. It just sucks, and I could have chosen a better one. But I'm not really that sad when everyone failed. Like, if I failed, then that's probably my fault. Yeah, sure, I did make mistakes and probably screwed up in the plan. The problem is I studied way harder than I should be on the exam. Like memorizing the terms. The terms are fine for me, but the solving part isn't. He didn't even give us a formula, and that's what happened. We tried to figure out what the actual formula is, and he still got it wrong. I thought I could do it. I just saw how the formula works. I thought this was the correct formula. There was something missing on this thing, and I'm gonna try to figure it out. Right now, I'm just gonna ask what's the actual answer so I could actually understand what is going on with that formula. And I don't care if it's gonna send me back to my plans in college, but I just need the answers. After that, I can just base the answers and try to solve it myself, which is going to take a lot more effort, but I just had to learn it myself, and at least with an understanding on what's going on. Sometimes if there's something that you weren't sure about this, you have to ask them how it works. The problem is we don't know where to ask. I even searched the internet for how do you even solve a piece of board feet of a plank. It's quite complicated. I do understand how it works, but it just devolves to insanity later on. It's actually frustrating to do. And there's a water here. Oh my gosh. Actually, we're near the surface. I'm gonna cover this thing up there, and I'm gonna conceal it to the point that you didn't even know there was a gravel. There's gonna be like some kind of. Oh, there's another one, and this is getting even worse. Also, this is low scripted. I didn't even make the script on this thing. There, and this, and I'm gonna keep doing this until the entire library is covered with, a bunch of bookshelves, just like the old library. So I'm just gonna leave you right here and watch me devolve into insanity right here. No time enough. It's just to let you know what's gonna happen. So I ran out of bookshelves, and I decided to just snatch something from the nearby Stronghold library, and I got so many of these things. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take some more of those things right over there. There's just gonna be like, I don't know, a lot of bookshelves, and I might use it for a stockpile. There it is. I'm also getting the string. The string is quite important. I might use it for like a carpet. This is gonna be fun. Also, I should have I want to buy some aubergines and have some bunch of grill them, or probably a grilled lettuce, just like the one in Kitchen Nightmares, but better. So finally, we got the entire library done. So here, this is a bunch of bookshelves. This is also my storage, and also a table right there where I can work around. Here's the second floor. I use some mangrove planks, and also I changed the ladder from here to there, and also I extend that part a bit right there, and you can see the lower part of it. And I'm gonna go down. I even add some rows or bookshelves just for like some extra touch. Also, I make sure it should be dimly lit. And so I realized this is a library. I think I know what I might possibly do with my skin, so gotta change my clothes for a while just to see what I'm gonna do. Alright, so here it is. This is UI Kozeki, the librarian magician in Trinity. This is my favorite Blue Archive character, and I built this library specifically for her. And right here, this is the entire library that I owned myself. So I want to tell you the story that this was my favorite character in the game. Originally it was Toki, but when I get my first 3-star, this is what I wanted. Apparently she cuts the skill in half, and this is useful especially for like massive skills. Like, take example for Mika, she costs 6 to fire her deadly piercing weapon. She cut it to half, and now it becomes 3 for up to 2 uses. And right now I'm her. Also, I'm gonna show you this. That's this one. You may now know why this is my favorite character. I really like her. I even make a fanfic. I actually have a slew. I have like a lot of drawings right now of her, and right now I literally want to be the face of, like, about a library. Alright, so I made a mess here. I'm not really organized right now. Also, I forgot a chair. I didn't have a chair. I can place it right here. This is where UI works, trying to restore the artifacts that the people brought in, even a destroyed credit card or somebody's reputation. And also, this is also used for like storing books. So I'm gonna go back there and get some of the other books enchanted books that I have. Now, it's still unorganized, but I'm gonna organize it right now. I'm slowly doing it. It's gonna take a while to do so. This chest must always be there no matter what. Here are a lot of potions. I think I need a brewing area. Okay, and there's just another book over there. I could check if all the books are still there. And here it is. There's more. Well, at least I think that's all. Now, time to eat some carrots and then go back right there, and then start placing all my enchanted books and some normal books right there as a librarian. By the way, this skin is not going to be permanent. I'm going to still use the Guralis one. It's just really nice. And right here, you can actually place these things on the bookshelves, like the books. See? So anyways, this is not it. So I'm going to like leave right now. I don't know, maybe I'm going to upload one more video in the future before the year ends, and that's probably I'm gonna do. And for the meantime, I'm just gonna enjoy the library before I change back to the Gurali skin. So see you later, mates, and I hope you have a great day, by the way.